Please wait. Time elapsed. That's my hair. I don't know if I should get a haircut or not. What do you got? All right. Tell me a story.
So,
where do you hurt? Because I'm gonna bang on it.
No, this is a testament of why helmets are important.
What are you talking about? Were you on your bicycle?
I was on my bicycle, which, if you recall, is motorized.
It's a bicycle, dude.
Right. Right. Okay. But keep in mind that this happened at like 40 miles an hour, because I was at full throttle. Okay.
What were you today?
Today.
Where are you going?
30 minutes ago.
Where
I was
were you going?
going over to Smoke City to pick up some more shisha.
What the hell is Smoke City?
So from my apartment, you go up landing past J1.
South.
Whatever.
Wait, you did this 30 minutes ago? There's a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
Were you on the sidewalk?
Yes, I was on the sidewalk.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Because people move really slowly. Okay, so you're going south.
I'm going south on Blanding.
Uphill.
Right. On the left side. Because
I
could stay on the mall side, and I'm like all the way there. I don't have to cross any streets, anything like that.
Okay, Smoke City.
Right. So I'm going along.
You're smoking on
by IHOP.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's a long way down there.
Yeah. So
if you're walking or bicycling.
Right. At the normal speed. Whereas when you're going like 3 times the bicycle speed, it's it's pretty quick.
4 to 5 times. 40 miles an hour. Most people ride at 10, but.
So I get there, get everything done. I'm coming home, and I'm coming up on. It's right past the fire station, ironically. And there's 2 businesses that have their parking lots right next to each other, and they have them divided. Now, I'm coming up on this parking lot. There's a guy who's walking down the sidewalk, and there's another guy on the bike, on a bike.
A pedestrian and a bicyclist.
Right, pedestrian is walking down the side. Shut up.
No,
I know.
Clarifying
Terminology.
the story.
Right. Okay. So there's a pedestrian walking down the sidewalk,
and they're on the sidewalk, and
they're doing their thing. They're walking down the street,
and you're coming on.
And now the bicyclist, he goes into the first parking lot, cuts around the guy, and keeps going down the sidewalk.
Cool.
Now I realize that these parking lots are connected.
Okay.
Like there's no curb, no nothing.
They're connected, but they're separate.
Right. There's just a line of cones going across them. You know where this is going.
You can't autocross a bicycle.
No. I only wish it was that. So I'm coming up. I'm like, all right. At my speed, I will overcome both the pedestrian and the cyclist.
Yes.
Because keep in mind, I'm at full throttle. I'm going 40 miles an hour. Right. It's and
you have goggles on?
No.
Just a helmet?
No. That's why helmets are important. And this is the story of.
Shit! Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry. As far as I know, I didn't hit my head.
Here I come.
A little extra.
I'm on the bicycle. Okay.
Right. So. I'm going along, and I'm like, all right, I'll just go around him. So I'll just cut through the cones. I'm about 5 feet away from these cones, and I suddenly realize why there are cones. There is a chain hanging across that is just higher than my front tire. I hit this chain.
And your bike's up and you went.
I went. Woo! So, literally in the nanosecond it took for me to see that chain, I went, I'm going over. I'm going over fast. And I'm going over hard. So I turned to the right just to try and throw off my momentum. Instead of straight.
Slow down, maybe even under.
I grabbed under on the brakes and just ate it. Bam! So I go airborne. I go about 10 feet. I was wearing a jacket, up. So that's why my arms are not that bad off. However, so I'm airborne, and as soon as I realize, I'm like, just protect your head. So I tuck my chin into my chest and just kind of roll up and just let myself go over the bike. Now, how I'm confused because my bike ended up on, if I'm going this way and I hit the chain and I fly up that way, in theory my bike should be back here, right?
It should go the opposite direction of you because the chain.
Right.
Bang, bang.
Exactly. No, my bike ended up on my other side. I'm pretty sure that I held onto the bike and rotated over. Because the bike was on my left side.
That's impossible.
Unless I was holding on to it and it was going around.
No,
We
because
literally
if
used the chain as a pivot.
That would mean flips. You don't remember flips?
No, I don't.
You don't remember anything?
I remember hitting the chain
And then?
and hitting the ground.
So all that time in the air, you're just like, I'm going to think about stuff. I'm not going to pay attention.
Well, no, it was a little disorienting.
Ritalin.
Well, no,
It
now
wouldn't
here's
have
the
happened.
thing.
You would have seen the
So,
chain like 100 feet away.
I hit the ground, and
Parking lot.
there's two. Yeah, I eat it. Just bam.
Concrete or like
Asphalt.
rubbly,
Freshly
rumbly.
paved. No, like that
Oh.
slick asphalt.
With the sealer on it, like J1?
Yeah, like J1.
J1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I eat that, and there's two guys there who saw it. And, one guy starts yelling, "Hey, hey, 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 hey!" And so I sit up immediately. I'm like, I'm okay, and I see this red glow coming up from behind me. There's an F-350 backing up straight at me, and so I just roll away from it, spring up. And just in time where his rear tire stopped where my head was. If those two guys had been screaming their heads off, then I probably wouldn't have gotten up. Like that fast.
So you hit the chain, flipped over, grabbed your bike, threw it
with
over
the bike.
So you were in the other guy's parking lot.
Yes.
And landed just in that ass of a spot.
Yes.
Now this truck didn't see any of that.
None of it.
It's backing into
He's
a spot.
just backing up.
And you're like,
I'm okay. And they're still yelling, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yelling at me.
Right. So then I'm like, what's up? And I see the red instantly, and it clicks there's a car behind me. Get up. So
then, with a concussion, you decide to go ahead and get in a car, get in a fucking weapon.
No, I didn't hit my head. I never hit my head.
How do you know?
Because
you don't remember.
No,
Did
it doesn't.
Throw the bike over
More
me,
because it just happened so quick. Now here's what's really funny. Not only did I eat this chain with the front of my bike, one of the poles, it's PVC, it was 3-inch PVC or 4-inch.
filled with concrete.
Yeah.
You broke one.
Yes. Thank God they didn't do a single pour or reinforce it with rebar, because it literally sheared off at the ground, and I went to go pick up the portion of pole. Yeah, bent over, lifted it. I was like, "Good God, this thing's full of concrete," and the chain's still wrapped around it and everything. I'm like, I hit this thing really hard.
Yeah, that's one way to absorb crash energy is to
Shatter concrete.
shatter.
Yeah, and then there's another piece of it, just the concrete outside the pipe, and I went and picked that up. It was about yay big, and I was just like, oh my gosh.
So did you leave a note and pay for your damages?
No.
Did you just get the something else?
Yes.
You're like,
It's like, okay, I gotta get home now. I'll see you guys later.
Did you smash your tobacco stuff?
No, it was in my cargo pockets.
So what did you get at the store? What did you get at the store?
Oh, shisha.
Just that's it?
Just that's it. Now here's the funny thing. One of the guys, he was like, "Man, do you smoke weed?" I was like, "No, I can't even use that as an excuse for what just happened." It was
He was
honestly, it's hilarious.
Yes, it's hilarious.
Yes, I'm gonna look back on this and laugh really hard, because if anybody else has seen it, I'd be like, "Oh, trauma, yes!" Except it happened to me.
Except, what color was the chain?
Rust colored.
Untreated, just natural chain. Was
Natural
it orange,
chain. Nope.
yellow, coated nylon?
Nope.
It was just chain.
Just chain with cones underneath it.
Was there any signs or anything?
No, not that I know. Lawsuit.
So you got two witnesses, you said, right?
Yeah, but
and then the
I didn't get
person
any
in the truck.
numbers.
Yeah, it's fine. The person in the truck. Did they ever interact with you?
No.
All right, so you got the two, and they worked at the whatever shops it was.
Yeah. No, they were just pedestrians walking.
Ah, damn it! That'd be fucking hard to find them now.
Exactly.
I'm disappointed. Is that where the hobby shop and the billiards place is? Those dueling parking lot things?
I think it's coming up on those.
Oh, the Subway.
Maybe. It's right past the package store.
Package store. You go to a store to buy packages? Like empty boxes?
The liquor store.
There's a liquor store in Blanding?
Yes.
Next to this. Really?
Yeah. Anyways, where I landed the hardest was directly on my pelvis.
Yeah.
Like
You
on
take
my
care of that for
flank.
you?
No, it's okay. I'm pretty sure it's shattered already.
Look at that big old non-concrete filled pole. We'll whoop you on the other side.
No.
Twice.
So, I've already checked myself out. Like done the whole EMT bone.
Push here, push here,
yeah,
push here,
exactly.
feel here, feel here. so on,
Nothing's
so on.
grinding and anything, but God, it is gonna hurt.
And nothing will be grinding for a while.
Right.
With your broken pelvis. It hurts to poo. Oh!
I didn't break my butt bone. Good grief.
Your pelvis. That is your butt bone.
The side, right here.
That's half your ass. Jesus, I thought you were in the medical field for some time. Didn't they teach you that in EMT school, like anatomy?
Wow, you know how to say it. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Didn't teach you any of that? Your pelvis is half
Okay,
your
folks,
ass.
so technically I'm worried about the iliac crest potentially having
This
sheared
part?
off. Yeah.
I know.
The top rounded portion. Because that's where I think my point of impact was, because that's where I hurt the worst.
Fortunately, you're young. You probably still made a little bit of cartilage here and there.
Hope so.
You're like 25, right?
Yeah. But, oh my gosh, as soon as I hit the ground, I was like, God, I wish I got that on video. Like, out loud, and one of the guys was like, no, man, that's not funny. And I was like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but the thing is, how do you take your own self-destruction video? You need like 3 cameras.
Yeah.
Like one where you're going to
Yeah.
see, you know,
If
what's going to
something
happen.
happens, yeah.
And one pointing up at your face, and then one on the back of the bike. But that's the thing. You need something to see what happens.
Exactly.
Because you can see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You can see your,
Yeah.
and then need something.
I'm pretty sure my face was just,
We could have a camera that sensitive to G-loads that would detach
Just
and
goes
land
up.
like a cat and auto aim.
put an infrared tracker on like my shoulders, the front and back, and that way it'll automatically lock onto the infrared.
Okay. I can't do the third one. I can do the first 2.
Okay. What's the third one?
The auto tracking
Oh,
camera,
right.
I can't.
We
I
use
don't-
that for the
Motion capture.
Yeah. Well, no. Also for
Video games.
no
CG.
in lighting.
Enlightenment.
Lighting.
what you call it?
Stage lighting.
You use a motion capture camera.
No, we use infrared tracking.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Someone will wear like an infrared transmitter,
To know where to aim
and
the light.
a moving light will have the tracker on it, and it will follow them as a spotlight.
Without being on.
Well, without having to worry about a human.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's,
My
I don't
pelvis
think
hurts really
you
bad.
can borrow that, could you?
No, that's about a
Permanent.
$5,000 system.
See, that's why I couldn't do number 3. I can do number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I have all the supplies to do number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Because those bullet ones were intended for bicycle helmets.
Oh.
So you, like, of course, you have to wear a helmet.
Right.
But no, you don't, because like I said, one looking forward on the bike,
Yeah.
the other one on the bike also looking up at you.
Yeah.
You just got to remember to turn them on
Yeah.
before each adventure.
Oh my gosh. That sucks so bad. I'm gonna be so sore tomorrow.
You should have landed on your head.
Yeah, that steel plate would have helped.
Much squishier.
Squish you.
It will absorb some more force. It only has minimal damage.
What are you doing?
I'm like, oh no, wow. You know what you should have done. This is what I learned in motorcycle. Motocross type of stuff. Pop a wheelie over it.
No. Shabam! Wow! Exactly. Bike stops, you keep going.
So you said you had like 5 feet of reaction time.
Yeah.
At 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Which you had
This is
100th
pitch
of a
black.
second.
There is no light on this thing at all either.
There's no light on your bike. You have no lights on your bike?
No.
Your bicycle?
Yeah.
Motorized bicycle?
No.
Do you have reflectors or anything?
Yeah.
But no, like,
No.
you know, the whole blink, 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 blink. I'm a bicycle, don't blink, blink, blink. You get mesmerized and you like run into them. Hit my tires.
Flashing lights!
Oh! Your tail lights like blink, 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 blink. There's a cop in Texas pulled me over for going too fast. And,
On your bicycle?
No.
Oh, okay. No, that sounds like...
You can't get pulled over for going too fast on a bicycle. It's not against the law.
Well, bicycles aren't supposed to go 40 miles an hour.
There's not a law against it, is there?
Technically, mine's a moped.
Technically, it's a bicycle with a little engine on it. Ooh.
I found an anomaly.
Anywho. So, yeah, he's doing this whole shit, like running the plate and all that. So you get like 5-10 minutes of like sitting there being pulled over before the motherfucker even shows up at your window. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're familiar. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't. It's been a long time. It's been like. Oh well, I haven't been.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No speeding tickets in Florida. Been pulled over in plenty. Well, the first year and a half, I got my fair share.
So you were pulled over and you were waiting for this guy to.
And so I'm just like looking around, and his lights, I'm wearing a Miata, and he's in a full-size whatever cruiser car, so obviously his headlights over here shining at that mirror, his other headlights over here shining at that mirror, and it's nothing but headlights.
Bright light.
As I start looking, it's daytime. They're not crazy bright, but they're definitely flashing.
Yeah.
And I started looking, and they're like blink, 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 just some random thing. And I started looking to see if it repeats.
Yeah.
And I think it starts to repeat. I'm like, interesting. So I start focusing on that, and he comes up. I'm like, oh yeah. And so he's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, here you go. Sorry, I'm just, whatever, just having fun going fast. No emergency, nothing. It's, you caught me. I don't care. Just, just totally mess up to. And then he's like, okay, blah, 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 I'll be right back. And so when he comes back to hand me all the shit, I'm like, do your headlights flash in some kind of code, like a Morse code or any type of signal to other police officers as far as distress or the situation? He's like, no, they just flash some random thing. It's like, oh. It'd be actually a good idea if they could flash a certain way to let other police know that, okay, I'm pulling this guy over and it's potentially risky, without letting the
person
suspect know. And that way, it's instead of calling it because they can always pick up on scanners on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just save some future lives. I'm like, it's cops, so I didn't really submit that idea to anybody.
We'll have to edit that part out.
Which part? I didn't say anything. You can't read this. Does your pelvis hurt?
Yes, it
It
does.
looks okay to me.
That's my...
Oh, wait, does your face hurt?
No.
Because it's killing me.
Ah!
That was...
Forced.
Well, it was... it was spontaneous, but born from something, so... Not really spontaneous. It was spontaneous.
Spontaneously born?
Yes.
I can roll with that.
It just... The whole birthing part kind of gave it away. So, not really a surprise, but spontaneous.
Right.
Does your nose hurt?
No.
Good. What's wrong with your face?
Nothing. I just don't want to get hit.
Okay.
Anyways. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
That hurts so bad. It hurts now.
Gotta go fast first.
Oh, I was
If
going...
you were going faster, you probably could have just broken the chain and just kept staying upright.
No, this is like a 3/8, like the links were probably about...
Like that?
Yes!
Okay, so you have to go really fast and put a blade on the front of your bike. That way it'll come up and cut it and...
Yeah.
Like a samurai blade.
Yeah,
Because that'll cut through everything. That's what the movies say. It'll cut through anything. It'll cut
yeah,
through cars.
it was maybe a little bit beefier than that one, actually. Yeah.
That's a hefty chain.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're saying is really off the chain. Well, the thing about PVC filled with concrete,
Yeah.
they probably use the same concrete I use for setting mailbox posts. Which
I've-
is not structural, it's just...
Whatever they used, I'm glad they did.
It's more like plaster of Paris.
I hate the French.
Okay. But it's like, it's a shape, but then as soon as you go, it...
Yeah.
So that's probably what they use. Did you see any
powder.
Aggregate?
Honestly, I wasn't looking at it that much.
So you didn't see any rocks or chunks in the concrete itself?
It was dark. I was in pain, and
So it was just like uniform?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, it wasn't structural like that.
I hope that there's a surveillance camera or something outside that business, and they caught it, because that's going to be the best laugh ever. Oh my god.
That, and if they can find you, then it's vandalism or something, destruction of private
Hey,
property.
if they like, hey man, you broke this, we want you to replace it, I'll be like, I will be glad to, but I get a copy of that video, because I'm sending that to America's Funniest Home Video.
And matter of fact, I'll do you a favor. I'll paint your chain like
Bright
orange, bright yellow.
that glows in the dark, instead of just putting cones out.
Yeah. I guess the darkness part kind of can fuck with you. Especially a rusty chain doesn't really reflect.
Yeah, literally. So I'm like coming up on it like full throttle, and I'm just like, nah. I'm just gonna go through these two cones and like look just above the cone, and I just see chain. I'm like, ah! Yeah, literally took about a nanosecond for it to be like, I'm going over. This is gonna suck. Protect my head.
Your bike okay?
As far as I know, yeah. Like
you rode the rest of the way
without any
smells
incident.
or
There was one zip tie that came off that I think was holding
the gas tank on the car?
No.
On the bike, I mean.
A couple of wires. Just I made them really neat, bundled and everything, and I think that popped off. But everything ran fine. My cutoff switch worked.
That's good.
My fuel tank only shifted. Oh, the seat. Apparently, yeah, the seat had bent, and so I'm like riding. I'm like, oh god, this is weird. So I got off and like I like bent it straight again, and I was just like, that's better. Because I was like, it just felt weird. At first, I thought it was because I completely dislodged my pelvis.
Like, oh,
yeah,
I feel malaligned.
Malaligned. But yeah, that was my adventure of the evening. Just got a little.
The motorcycles are dangerous. I'm calling your mom.
I already called her.
Oh damn! You call your dad?
No, I'm telling him tomorrow. I'm probably just gonna send him a link to this video.
I'll do it for you. You fucking idiot.
But oh my god. The importance of a helmet, people. Wear them.
See, there's not a whole lot of prevention at that speed. 'Cause there's like radar systems, the parking assist systems that, radar bounce back, blah, beep, 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 beep.
But it's such a small object.
It's a small object. You're going too fast. And mostly it's a small object that's not really going to reflect it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably dissect a higher-end Audi and take like 20 grand worth of electronics and put in a lane assist type of deal, a pre-safe type of deal that'll see things for you, and like chain coming up, and like, huh? And then it bumps your brakes for you, and you're like, huh?
Better slow down.
And then it's like, okay, you're not gonna act. So it slams on the brakes for you, and you still go flying. You go flying.
Go flying, and I'm like, hey, look, it's a chain.
The bike stops, puts its own kickstand down, turns off the engine, looks, starts laughing. Okay, he got up, so I'm not gonna call anybody.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm just really lucky that those two guys were there. Because that truck never would have seen me.
Did you hear the truck?
No.
You didn't hear it?
It wasn't until he was almost on top of me.
What?
The truck.
Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny. I didn't hear it until it was almost on top of me. Quite literally on top of me.
Oh, you mean like a play on words? Like it was over your head?
Yeah, it was very funny. It's over my head. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Now I know, honestly, like I now know what, when I pick up a patient who was...
What pain feels like?
Not pain, just disorientation. Like I haven't been disoriented like that before.
Sweet. I can do that for you anytime you want. If you want, I can make it bad. I can make it bad and make you disoriented.
Okay.
Fuck up, little pup. me get you in the kidney.
Bad.
Au revoir.
I hate the French.
You hate pavement.
I hate pavement, especially.
You have to look up who made pavement.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna go back in time and I'm gonna kill whoever
Can you
made
imagine
pavement.
if it was what are the little bitty rocks?
Gravel?
Gravel. Would you like that more or less? Because it'd only be like, that much. A lot of sliding, a lot of friction, a lot of sparks, and
I wouldn't have been worried about sparks. I would have been worried about the little rocks that would have been...
the sharp ones that will
Yeah,
cut you.
the sharp ones that will get embedded in your skin. Literally, I pulled out a rock that was about that big, but it was square.
My that big's bigger than you're that big.
Yeah, it's because you have gorilla hands.
Fuck you, Elliot.
Ouch!
Ouch!
Ouch! Ouch!
Elliot,
Ouch.
high five.
No.
Ouch.
Yeah, no, literally, it was like embedded in this guy's head, and like I went to like I was
I
like,
thought you pulled on your head.
no, I was like, man, what's that in your head? And he's like, what? And I was like, did you land in gravel? He's like, yeah, I kind of slid for probably like 50 feet motorcycle accident, and literally like the rock was stuck in his head. I was like,
How far in his head? Just
no,
in
just to the
skin?
skull. Yeah,
Okay.
just to the skull.
Oh, in the bone.
No,
It's in the-
it wasn't in the bone. Just his skin was like holding onto it. Yeah.
Ooh.
So like I went to pull and
It's
like
like-
the skin started to come up. Yeah, exactly.
You're like,
And as soon as the skin started to lift away, I was like, nope, that's gonna stay in until they get to the hospital. I just put a nice big pressure dressing over it.
it's like, I tell you what, let me make it sterile. And pee on it while I pull it out. Wait, no, that's jellyfish stings. I'm sorry. I've always wanted to be an EMT.
Oh my gosh.
You just pee on everybody and they're okay. Wait. It's the thing. You said, okay, dodgeball.
If you could dodge it.
It's I drink my own urine because it's stale and I like the way it tastes.
Oh.
And you say it's not really sterile.
Yeah, when your kidneys have processed it, it's sterile. But once it's hit your bladder and it's been sitting a while, it's not sterile.
So the yellow peas,
Bad.
the white, clear, like
Still
in and
bad.
out.
It just means there's not as many excess minerals.
Interesting. And actually, useful fact.
Yeah.
You can't rely on your own. Well, it only makes sense. Your body's gonna piss out all the stuff it needs. No, it's gonna piss out shit. I mean,
The stuff it doesn't need.
it's going to piss out shit.
Yeah.
No, it's going to get rid of the waste.
Right.
It's going to keep the good stuff.
Right.
And of course, they'll have to get rid of some water just as a.
Do you have any
Medium.
Tylenol?
I have Advil.
That'll work.
It'll work.
Tylenol.
Okay. No.
Advil?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pain reliever.
You have a headache. I can
Much
fix
headache?
that.
No.
Where's my drill? If you have a pressure point, all you have to do is drill a hole and let the pressure go out.
Yeah, it's also called a craniotomy.
Craniotomy.
Yeah.
What's the pressureotomy? I don't.
An emergency decompression, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that what you do for your lungs?
Yeah.
And the trachea? Something.
Trachea, no.
Not the
it's-
lungs.
Yeah, the
When they collapse.
second or third intercostal down.
Intercostal?
Intercostal? It's the space between your ribs.
That's the space between two pieces of land. Intercostal.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where you get your information, Mr. Geographer.
Geographer?
Mr. Geo Carter.
Wash this out while you're in there.
What's that?
Wash this out while you're in there.
Wash it
Please.
out. With urine?
No, not with urine.
You're in, you're out. You know why I like working at Audi?
Why?
Because when I'm done, I'm Audi there. Day's up, I'm out of here. Yeah, are you? Yeah.
Ow, ow. That's a wrap, people. That's it for my story. Wear your helmets. Thank God for those people who were there. I'm a lucky person today. I'm blessed. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.